Today, let's talk about no refund policy. It doesn't sit well with a lot of people that some vendors decide the no refund policy, but from a designer's perspective, if you look keenly into it, you realize that it is not all their fault. When we're in Nigeria, the cost of making a dress is not even cheap. You have to include the foil, you have to include materials, you have to include staffing. You know, you can charge for a particular dress today, and by tomorrow it is ×3 of it. So now imagine putting a lot of resources into a dress, and because it gets to the customer and the customer asks for a refund, it is a total loss. Though this might apply a lot to other vendors or ready-to-wear vendors, but it still applies to all of us anyway. Also, we must have heard of cases of people who return dresses after maybe a week or 3 days that they don't want it. They get refunded, and a video pops up next week about them dancing or wearing the same clothes, or the clothes gets to you and it's smelling their perfume and all rumpled, obviously worn with sweat and all of that. People can be dubious, and in Nigeria we don't have structure for that can account for people's mistakes, people's errors and all of that. All this and many more are the things that make some vendors decide that they don't refund. But as designers, as vendors, how can we make this easier on our clients? What can we do better? I would recommend that, one, we expressly state it in our terms and conditions that we don't do refund. But by stating it, it means you have to double check on whatever you are sending to your clients. The fit, the production, the quality check, everything should be on point before you send to a particular client. And if issues arise, you should be able to solve it amicably without necessarily dragging each other or without necessarily doing the things that are not needful. I also recommend to designers and vendors to have the policy of 24 hours return. If you don't return your goods or whatever in 24 hours, then that means you want it, you like it, you want to have it. And if they return, they can be allowed to exchange for something similar in value. Not necessarily that, in case you don't have that in stock anymore, but something similar in value. We have to look at both sides because Nigeria is tough already on us. So we have to be able to look at both sides to decide and work together. So in my opinion, I am for team refund, and I am for team no refund, and I'm also for team exchange. How about that? See you in the next video.